So this shows a trunk cable installed. There are 10 drops here in these two rows. This is going to be a 20 panel installation. Trunk cables hold up to 17 inverters on one trunk cable. So there's a choice to be made about how to split the trunk cables up. Because I have installed 20 amp breakers at the bottom here, then the best split is probably a 10 for a 10. But you can do any ratio that you'd like. You can install up to 17 on one and 3 on the other. However, there are some considerations about layout, and for the best cabling efficiency, you can see here the installer's gone ahead and started at this branch tap point right on the edge of one of these rails. So the panels are going in landscape mode here, and I'm standing right in the middle of where a panel will be. So it will go with a third of its area over this one rail, a third of its area over this other rail, and the central third in the middle of these two rails. The inverters will go in the central third in the middle of the two rails. So an inverter will go roughly here, and then the next inverter will go by where that branch tap is. So the branch taps are placed where the inverters are roughly going to live. So something just like this will be the AC end of the inverter, and we'll plug in here. But then the thing to look at is, well, what's the other end going to do here? So we've said that we're going to do 2 runs of 10. So there are 17 in this box, and this end then will be connected into a junction box that will go and get the path to a circuit breaker and then to the home run. But this end then will be an open end. And so what I wanted to show you was application of the trunk termination. So the outer jacket here has already been stripped, and what we need to do to terminate this is just clip to 3 different lengths. Okay, so now we're going to clip to 3 different lengths these wires to insulate them from each other. So we'll take the blue line, clip it there. We'll take the black line and the red line and clip alternating lengths. Now before I cap this, I'm going to describe to you the significance of these colors on the trunk. Red, black, and blue have different significance as described in the user manual. The red and the black are 240 volt hot lines, so 2 phases of 120, or alternatively 2 phases of a 3-phase 208 volt system. And the blue line is neutral. So communications happens between the black and the blue line in our system, and that's described in the user manual. And the gateway will help you to identify if you've got the right phase inside the building. If you don't have the right phase inside the building, you'd like to use the gateway on a different outlet, and it's as simple as swapping the red and the black line on the circuit breaker in your sub panel where the string is installed. So once these are trimmed, the cap, silicon cap, goes over the end, and then the tape is applied to the outside of that, and it's wrapped around. So this tape will come off here and simply get wrapped over. This is not sticky to the touch. It's you wouldn't think it could stick at all, but it's actually made to chemically bond at a molecular level with the silicone. So it isn't something that is ever going to come off once it's been applied.